what you see. I am not what they say, but if I turned out to be, could you love me anyway? Well, standing in anonymous, hoping your heart will just wake up and ask for me by name. Maybe someday we'll ask for me by name, just not today.
You have a performance tonight, so what are you looking forward to about it?
Man, you know, I've played at this place a bunch of times, and I really like it, and it's got a really casual vibe, and even though I'm going to miss having the band, I'm doing it solo, and it's going to be just really casual. Like, I can do anything I want, tell stories, and I think it's just going to feel really casual. I love playing, like, lots of different types of shows, and this is definitely, like, the kind of mellow vibe. I'm just stoked about it. I don't have any St. Patrick's Day things planned. I actually totally forgot it was St. Patrick's Day. But, it'll be fun nonetheless.
Now, when you do go up there solo, are you a little more nervous than you normally would be with a band backing you, or do you prepare any differently?
You know, not really. I mean, if it's a small venue like this, I actually probably even like it better. I have more freedom. I mean, I feel like when there's less people in the crowd, I've got to be like more alert and kind of, I'm doing the show with the crowd, you know? But if it's a big crowd, there's not as many faces that I'm actually like seeing. I'm just more playing to the room, you know? So I guess I like having a band better for that. But for something like this, it's almost like, I don't know, easier to do it solo. And kind of, I don't know, maybe just because I haven't done it so in a while, but I'm kind of, sounds like more fun.
Do you think it gives you more of an opportunity to connect with everyone in the room then?
Yeah, totally.
And you just came back from filming Single Lady, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's this new show that's going to be on VH1, and and Queen Latifah is producing it, and it's got a lot of cool people in it, and they're just doing, you know, kind of a short first season. It was actually made for TV and movies that they filmed, and then they liked it so much they were going to turn it into a show, and so then they kind of expanded it, and I got cast to kind of come on and be in it also. And it's, I like the character I'm playing, like this dude who used to be a famous musician and is now like he's like just all party animaled out. I don't know, it's pretty fun. I actually don't know that much about it because I just started, so I don't know what happens in the script, you know, except for the one I'm filming. So I just started, so I don't really know what's going to happen, but it seems like a lot of fun.
No, we've been getting a lot of questions about this, so I kind of have to ask. So just tell me the truth. Do you miss playing Chris Keller?
Oh yeah, I totally do. I mean, it's funny because this character kind of reminds me a lot of him. Like, he's a real, like, you know, asshole, and like, I mean, he's probably a little more like, you know, probably like Chris Keller had money and fame. This would be this guy. But yeah, I mean, I definitely do. But I mean, it's so fun. You know, I love playing like all the characters I play. Like, I just love playing it. And if I could play them all forever, like on simultaneous shows, I would just do it because it's so cool.
And are you focusing more on acting now or music, or just kind of a balance of both?
You know, I guess kind of both. You know, like, I mean, to be honest, like, you know, I'm more kind of, I guess, focused on the acting right now because of the show, and you know, I'm just kind of writing a bunch. But my record's almost done. I'm going to have it done in next month. Definitely before the end of April, it'll come out. And I don't know, it's kind of like, it sounded like a lot of fun to me, and I haven't done it in a while. And I like writing songs when I'm acting too, because I'm not focused on the music, and so different songs come unexpectedly, and I like that.
And since you are speaking of the full length, how's it going to differ from your previous releases?
This is, you know, I was working on one record forever, and then I left Warner Brothers in December, and this was, you know, all those songs that were on that record, I got to figure out what to do with them, and they very well may be like children in a divorce. I don't know what's going to happen to them and how they're going to be affected, and I may have to go back and figure that out later. But when I left them, I just started singing all these songs that I couldn't record when I was on the label because I had to ask for permission and this and that, and I had to think that the song was going to make a certain amount of money. And so I just thought, man, now is the time to put out, you know, a record that maybe nobody likes except for me. And it's the first time in my life I've been able to do that because, you know, nobody's going to be over it except me and, you know, some of my musician friends are helping me make it. So that's why it's going to get done real quick, and we're moving real quick, and it sounds really good. It's exciting, you know. And in that way, too, that's why I feel like I'm more focused on the acting, because the acting I'm doing stuff with this record, I don't know what's going to happen, you know. It just sounds good to me. I don't know. If someone wants to listen to it, that's killer.
And in ways, you're almost better off with the record label. I mean, you might not have the major backing, but you get to put out what you want, and that's kind of the point of music.
Yeah, exactly. And I know it's totally the vibe, and I think, like, for once, I don't know if it would work every time, and I'm not saying, like, I'm changing my whole philosophy on the whole thing, but, like, for once, it's like, this just feels like a knee-jerk reaction CD. I'm really excited.
Were you kind of just tired of playing the game of the music industry?
Yeah, I was getting kind of like, I was getting too good at the business side of it, and then I was just thinking about it too much, and I just, you know, I just don't really want to ever do that. I just don't really want to be a business guy. I mean, I thought I did. I mean, it sounds like fun. You get involved. You're like, okay, and then you're like, I don't really want to do this. I just don't dig it.
Then has the transition from going from a major label been difficult, or would you say easier?
More of a mindset change because I've been with them since high school. So there was definitely like an emotional thing of like feeling like I didn't have any net to fall back on. But it's kind of like not being in a relationship after that long. It's just weird because you kind of see yourself as somebody with that person or that company and you know, all the people that I work with there. But ultimately, you know, it's something I was thinking about for a while. But ultimately, it was just something I couldn't do anymore. And it seemed like the right time because there's a bunch of new people coming into the Warner Brothers. Oh, yeah, it was difficult, but, like, you know, it was necessary. And then, you know, just like anything like that, like after, now that it's done, it feels amazing. Like, why didn't I do this sooner? It feels so good.
And then at this point, what would you say music really means to you then?
I mean, it's kind of everything. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't really understand like why I'm into it, or like why I play it, or why I'm good at it, or why I'm drawn to it. I don't really get it. I just have to do it for some reason. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, it may not. It's one of those things. It's just like whether there's like, I guess it's just one of those things like whether or not I get to do it as a job. Which is kind of up to the fans if they want to like pay for it or, you know, listen to it. Or I just have to do it as a hobby. It's just something I kind of keep coming back to. And I just love doing it for a job. It's just so fun, you know. Acting and music both. But even when I'm not like, you know, like when I'm doing acting, like right now I'm doing the show, I'm not like really on tour or anything, or like making dough on music. I'm just like, I still want to like write it, play it, sing it. So, I don't know. I'm not really sure.
And throughout your years of either acting or being an artist, what would you say you're most proud of? I think musically, I'm most proud of. Gosh, that's a really good question. I think musically, I'm most proud of the amount of live shows that I played and some of the live recordings. I mean, the studio stuff was really cool, but I think, especially like now, when you ask me just after leaving Warner Brothers, like the most 100% thing that I did in the last 10 years was my live shows, and that was just all up to me. And so I'm really proud of that, and I think some of the shows we played and some of the live recordings the fans had were just really killer. And then, you know, acting-wise, I think, I don't know, maybe even career-wise, probably the coolest thing ever that I was able to do was walk the line, just because I was such a fan of Elvis for my whole life leading up to it, that it's just such a weird coincidence that I got to play him. But I don't know, probably had more fun acting on other things like One Tree Hill or Charlie Bartlett, but you know, that's just one of those things where, like, I really do love saying, yeah, I was in Walk Blind. I'm so proud of that.
And to go away from the serious questions, if you were to sit down with Charlie Sheen, what 3 questions would you ask him?
Oh, man. I have so many questions for that dude. One would be, like, I'm kind of fascinated by him. So, like, I just, like, curious, you know. One would be, like, how do you see, like, other people? I'm so curious if he sees everybody the way that he sees himself, or if he sees himself. Then I would say, why do you get, I'm just curious in his mind why he gets to be that special to him. Like, what his reasons is, like, to see, like, some kind of second coming. And not that it's bad. Whatever he says is going to be totally fine with me. I'm so curious. But the third question would be, like, I don't know, like how he, like what still motivates him to act? Like why not just stop and just like, I don't know, buy an island? I would just be curious, you know?
If you could trade places with him for a day, would you?
Trade places with him for a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be awesome.
What would you say is the best part about your fans?
The best part about my fans or friends?
Fans.
Fans?
Yeah.
You know what? My fans, for whatever reason, they just seem to really, like, be there, like, just like everything that I do or something. Like, and I mean, by that I mean, like, they'll go see the movies, they'll go watch the TV shows, they'll read my blogs, they'll listen to the, you know, like, the core group of fans. There's, like, a lot of them that, like, listen to anything I put up, really comment on it, and they just seem to like pick up on liking the songs that I like the best too. It's very, I don't know, I feel like I could have just easily had fair weather fans who were just dig me when I'm on the radio or something, but I know I could go on Facebook or Twitter or my website's message board and say something, I say I'm doing a project, and everyone will just be really excited, and that makes me feel so good. I mean, maybe it shouldn't, maybe I shouldn't need that, but it's like really exciting anyway.
And is there anything you'd like to say to your friends and family and the fans who have supported you?
What's that?
Is there anything you'd like to say to all the fans and all the people who have supported you?
Do I have something to say to them?
Yeah.
It's just like, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I mean, like without that, I would, you know, wouldn't get to do this. And, I mean, it's just the coolest thing ever. I mean, I doubt they're doing it as a favor to me. They're probably doing it because they like it too, which is killer. But I still just have to say, like, I'm really grateful, you know.
And
I don't take it for granted at all.
And where can everyone check out your music?
TylerHilton.com.